Welcome to Study Loop.
Hello. Today we're going to look at a problem where we have three individuals who have borrowed or paid all of the amount that they have to buy homes, and we've been asked to find the equity that each person has in their home. So we have Fred, who's bought a house of $200,000 by paying 10% as down payment and borrowing the rest from the bank. We have Frida, who has paid $150,000 for her home, and that amount is all in cash. And then we have the home's resale value go up to $250,000. And then lastly, we have Frank, who's bought his home for $100,000 by paying 20% in down payment and borrowing the rest from the bank. However, later, his home's resale value has increased to $160,000, and he has also repaid $20,000 that he had borrowed. So, first, we'll take a look at what does equity in a home for a person mean. So, owner's equity, or just equity, we'll refer to that as E, is the monetary value that a person gets after deducting all of the amount that was borrowed to buy that home or to buy that asset, right? So monetary value after resale minus whatever amount was borrowed. Now, applying this to our example, first, Fred, well, he has a home for $200,000. He paid 10% of that amount and borrowed the rest from the bank. We've not been given any information on the resale value or changes in the resale value, so we'll assume that his resale value remains the same. So Fred's home has a value of, and mind you, this is monetary value, $200,000. He's borrowed around 90% because he paid 10% in down payment. So the 10% down payment becomes 10% of $200,000, which is $20,000. And the rest was borrowed, right? So rest is borrowed. Now this equals $180,000. Now we've assumed that his resale value is the same as what he had bought the home for. So resale equals value equals $200,000. Now the equity, therefore, will become the monetary value after resale, which is $200,000 minus whatever was borrowed. So he had borrowed $180,000 from the bank. So effectively, his owner's equity or equity in his home is $20,000. Now, let's consider the second case of Frida. So Frida's home value, there should be an S here. Frida's home value is $150,000. And she's bought all of it in cash, right? So it's all in cash. Therefore, she literally has no borrowings. So the borrowed amount equals 0. And we know that her resale value goes up. So the new resale value of the home resale equals $250,000, right? So Frida's equity E equals the resale value minus whatever was borrowed. Now this equals $250,000 minus 0, and that equals $250,000. Lastly, we'll take a look at Frank's case. Now Frank, similar to Fred, bought his home by paying 20% down payment. So his home's value is around $100,000. He paid 20% in down payment. This equals $20,000, and he borrowed the rest. So 80% was borrowed. That is $80,000. Now, later on, what happened was Frank's home value appreciated, that is, it rose, and it became a resale value of $160,000. He also repaid around $20,000 of what he had borrowed. So the borrowed amount would then decrease from $80,000 minus what the repaid amount, which is $80,000, and this equals $60,000. This borrowed amount goes down. Now his equity will be the resale value minus whatever was borrowed. The resale value is $160,000, and he had borrowed $60,000. So effectively, his equity becomes $100,000. I hope these three examples help you understand owner's equity and how we can calculate owner's equity under different conditions. Thank you.